Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 and happy beginning or soon to be beginning of summer. Yes, I know June is technically summer,
Technically,
but yes.
summer officially started on the 21st to 24th
Yes.
of June, since that is the summer solstice.
Yes, but shut up and stop questioning me. So, as I was saying, happy summer, beginning of summer. You know what? It's summer. Get the lotion, paws, get the towels, get the the grill started. Get the watermelon.
Get your
Get
watermelon, make some iced barley tea.
So, what do you want to bring in with the summer solstice here? Like, you got the beach, you got waves, you got jellyfish.
Definitely all the sunburn that my wife is getting.
Ooh.
Seriously, that girl's paler than you, Calla.
Oh damn.
I mean, she is Polish. From what I understand, Polish, like that region, really. Like
It is a
central...
forsaken land that rarely sees the sun.
Yeah. But anywho, with summer comes not only cute guys and briefs and hot girls in bikinis.
Not only does summer come with surf, sun, and suffering.
Yes. But it also has, cute guys and briefs as well as hot girls in, bikinis. It also means that it's a new beginning for...
Do you know that the bikini was named after the island? The fact that the islands were used for testing of the atomic bombs.
Man, nice.
Atomic. Yeah.
Or
was it nuclear bomb testing?
Yes, nuclear weapons of all sorts and sizes. The first tests were the Crossroads test, where we proceeded to nuke a good chunk of the Pacific Fleet, along with the last surviving Japanese capital ship. God, I miss you, Nagato!
Yes. But anywho. So, with that being said, with the summer brings us, new anime. Now, however, before we get started with that, just like we always do, as of tradition, we first must tell everyone what is this week's anime you need to watch.
Well,
Erica?
Hello? Did we lose Erica?
Wait, Erica?
What? Hello?
Yes, Erica.
There we go.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
Why Did you not hear me?
No.
We thought we lost you, Erica.
Yeah, you said, well, then do.
Okay. Well, considering that yesterday the last episode aired.
Oh, wow.
I would like to recommend the music anime Raka's Lady's Modesty, which is about these 4 women who are in a
I believe they call it in Spain a rock band.
Yeah. So on the surface, they are these fancy ladies 3 of which attend an all-girls, like, super rich girl school. Lilith comes from a very odd background where her mother married into, or maybe back into, high society, but she grew up in like lower class, or I think it's middle class basically. But basically, rock and roll was like her life, and she was forced to give it up because, high class ladies do not play the electric guitar. But then she meets Otaha, and then they have a jam session. Otaha talks shit about her guitar skills, and they end up starting a rock band.
Just stick it to the man. Because let's be honest, rock and roll is always about sticking it to the man. And I'm all for that. Breaking the law,
Yeah,
breaking the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
What they're not punk. It's not punk. They're like rock.
Yes.
Like the bass rock.
Yes. However, we watched the end yesterday, and this was really good. I'm glad, Erica recommended it for us to watch it together.
Yeah, you basically were about to sleep on it, and I'm like, hey, what? Wake up. Wake up. No time for sleeping. There's rock and rolling.
Yes.
Actually, I do believe I mentioned how interested I was in this anime last time we talked about seasonal stuff.
Yes. But
also, there's a lot of Yuri undertones, Yuri themes in Rock is a Lady's Modesty.
And as we all know,
whenever
Yuri is always
and
good.
after they are done playing, they are just drenched in sweat.
Wholesome sweat, mind you.
No.
Yes, wholesome sweat. The kind of wholesome sweat that, you know what?
Anyway.
It's horny on me.
Anyway.
But anywho, sadly it came to an end, and as did several other several other animes from either this week.
Hopefully they get a second season.
Yes.
Hopefully it gets a second season, because I am very much interested.
Yeah, but thankfully in this list, they're all animes
It's actually recommended by Bocchi the Rock's mangaka, I believe.
Ah, nice. But in this, anime, but with this, though, thankfully, this upcoming summer season, we are going to get some, season 2s, especially those that really deserve it, especially the one I am most hyped for, but...
The Shota Prince anime.
But, however...
Anyway.
Hopefully, again, like with all other animes from, last season and future seasons, we get more than, if that's good anyway, we get more than just one season. But, you know how, the higher-ups work. However, though, let us not dilly-dally.
Since they are essentially television anime, a lot of their fates rest in how popular it gets, how much money it gets to warrant another season.
But let us not dilly-dally. Ladies and gentlemen, let us check out the Summer 2025 anime. Starting off with My Dress-Up Darling Season 2. Now, for those of you who are men and women of culture, this is kind of a, basically ecchi slice of life and wholesome, manga / anime that involves this dude who's, I think...
He's a doll who basically makes traditional Japanese dolls. But, like, it's it's a family business, essentially. They...
Yeah.
Actually, do they live in Kyoto? Because, like, they're
I'm not sure where they live at, but it's definitely a more traditional area, so it could be Kyoto.
Yeah, that's what I assume, but It could be some other place.
Hmm.
I just think
Yeah.
Kyoto because Kyoto is like the most preserved pre-war looking city.
Yeah. So anyway, the plot is the guy basically discovers that one of his classmates, who definitely is the gal type, is
Saru?
both really into cosplay, and B, she has absolutely no skill whatsoever in creating outfits.
Yeah. So basically, the Goto, I think is his name. Goto.
Goto. Yeah.
Yeah, Goto has confidence issues in his ability to. He's really skilled at making like the heads and the arms and stuff of the dolls, but he's very not very confident in his skills of making the dresses and stuff. So when Marine basically is like, "Hey, can you sew me a cosplay?" He ends up not only making these amazing cosplay outfits for her, he also ends up getting confidence and skills in making the outfits for his dolls.
Yeah, he because of a lot of the craftsmanship that was involved with making these outfits for the dolls, he developed the skills he needs to make the cosplay for her. And there's definitely a lot of that craftsman soul likes new challenges and stuff like that with him. So, I mean, while he is definitely one of those characters where he has almost zero he's basically in the background in almost everything he does. He yeah, once he finds his passion, he actually starts to begin to shine a bit.
Oh yeah.
So, and despite all the etchy stuff, it is actually a very wholesome show. Like it, well, the
Most
girl
of the
Maureen does like etchy as far as her cosplay inspirations.
the first cosplay is literally from a hentai game, an arage.
Yeah, and she's about. She's not a very sexual type person, really. I'd say. I mean, she looks. She looks very nice. She looks good. She takes pleasure in looking good. But at the same time, there's like no innuendo that she throws out there.
Most of the fan service is from the cosplays or when Goto has to take her measurements and stuff.
And I want to say this, when it comes to the ecchi level, this is very vanilla. Like I say, it's Uzaki-chan level where, yeah, it's there, but it's really, really, really low. Like, again, vanilla.
I'd say Uzaki-chan is definitely higher on the ecchi scale than this one. Like there's only two scenes where I'm like, it's kind of starting to push the line upwards a bit. The one, like Erica said, where Goto's taking Marine's measurements, and one where she's they're getting a photo shoot done in a love hotel, and they both start feeling the mood a little bit.
Yeah. But other than that, though, again, very vanilla. So if you are into that, if you don't like that much spiciness, then this is something that I guess you could say would be safe for you. Again, it depends on your, I guess, tolerance. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one that I am looking forward to. This anime/manga is literally balls to the wall. Yes, pun intended. Here's the thing.
Oh yeah, this definitely strikes me. This is a series that I've seen a little bit of it, but it's one that to me, I'd want to wait till you have at least a full season out to start watching it, which now we have, because it's like you're going to want to watch. You watch one episode and you're like, okay, now I want to see what happens next. Now I want to see what happens next. Actually, Erica was that way last night when we were watching Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah, and I ended up watching like so much of it afterwards. Even then,
And what's
Did you
funny,
not go? Did you not go to bed, Erica?
I went to bed at around 5 a.m.
Oh
mm,
Jesus!
Yeah,
but what makes this funny though is well, as not just with you, but also my other friends, so I got into this. I said, listen, this anime is batshit insane, but the good kind. This anime is like
it's
Shika.
like Bobo or
Mm-hmm.
Excel Saga type insane.
Yeah,
Not
it's that insane was like it does make sense, but at the same time it does because the creator Tatsu is a genius of his craft. He is able to take all these genres from action, adventure, alien, sci-fi, this, that, all these and make it run smoothly. His ideas shouldn't make sense, but because he's a master of his craft, he is able to do it, and dear God, does he do it well. On top of that, too, I also have to throw this out there. For the first
oh yeah,
six
there
episodes, you
since
have let me finish. For the first 6 episodes, you have wacky, zany, humor. Again, balls to the wall, insane. The dude, the main character, lost his balls. They're now golden spears, and they're all over the place.
they
Yada yada yada.
actually become Kintama in the literal sense.
But episode 7 rolls up, and you are not expecting what episode 7 has in store for you. And guess what? There's more emotional damage ahead. So,
Mhm.
this is a wacky. It's kind of like One Piece, too, where it's wacky and
It's
zany,
mm,
but it
it's
has
more
that.
like if Chainsaw Man was more of a slice of life battle shonen than whatever the fuck Fujimoto had it be.
Whatever the fuck Chainsaw Man ended up becoming, yeah. Because I don't think we can really classify Chainsaw Man very easily.
To be fair, the artist for Dan and Fujimoto worked together, so
And people are saying that Fujimoto is like a blessing, like a good luck charm, if you will, because the Tatsu created some other works before this, of course, but as soon as he like worked for Fujimoto and made this, bam, it's
mm,
sold. And
mhm.
again, give this anime a chance. It is wacky, it is zany, but it also
And
has a good plot, good characters, it's hilarious at parts, and also it has plenty of, serious emotional moments. And it also has a
Yeah,
gilf.
yeah.
Gotta,
There's some parts that I've heard of that are just like, oh yeah, I was not ready for this.
mm-hmm.
mhm.
Now, with that being
But at the
said,
same time, that grandma kind of weirds me out a little bit.
no,
Not gonna lie.
well, hold on, you mean, Turbo Granny or the, gilf?
The other granny, not Turbo Granny.
Turbo Baba.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you. But anywho, let us continue with Kaiju number 8, season 2. Now, I watched the first season, and it grabbed my attention. First and foremost, what really made it, click with me, what really grabbed my attention, is the main character isn't a teenager. He's 30 something years old. He had this dream of joining, basically what can only be considered like the SWAT team for Kaiju or whatever,
Mm,
and he failed. He was able to join, but he's basically the cleaner. Cleans up the kaiju after they been killed. But then, main character, of course, gets the power of a kaiju. Then shenanigans ensues, and well, season 2, we want to see, some again. I don't want to spoil that much, but just know the main character isn't overpowered, and also the power system is kind of unique, as well as the kaiju forms.
mm.
This
You.
is actually Kaiju number 8 is a series I've been meaning to get into like it's got my attention already. And now that there's a second season, I just have more reason to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I like giant monsters.
Hell yeah. Alright, Shadow, um, Erica, do you have anything to say?
I have not seen this anime, so I don't really have anything.
Okay. Well, like I said, just so you know, it's good. It's got action. It's got giant monsters. Again, I know that grabs Abyssal's mind, and don't get me wrong, he also grabs me too, because I love action and just giant kaiju being the ever loving shit out of each other. It is metal as hell.
I was raised on kaiju and kung fu movies.
Same here. I remember watching, Godzilla back in the day and shit, and God, was it awesome.
I remember we had. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was like specifically before this or. But I do remember that there was like this terrarium, like aquarium terrarium thing, where we had a Godzilla figurine in it.
Nice. Now, with that being said, next up is Call of the Night, Season 2. I haven't seen this, but Erica, I believe you had words to say.
No, well, it's one of the seasonal anime that's going to show up on High Dive.
It's probably as close to a vampire slice of life as you can get.
Oh, okay. So
Basically, the main character there, who is upside down for whatever reason,
I mean, she is a
getting an
vampire.
eyeful, I imagine. Well, no, he's not a vampire actually.
Oh, wait, nani?
He's an insomniac.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this this video of I'm not a vampire, I am goth and autistic. And then there's like this group of vampires, and they're like, we are not convinced.
So anyway, yeah,
let me look. What is
the series basically starts out with the main dude being unable to really get to sleep, so he just leaves his home in the middle of the night and just wanders around.
Okay, so it is a coven. It's a coven of vampires.
Right.
And eventually he runs into the pink-haired girl there who actually is a vampire. And after she talks to him a bit and she understands where he's going through, she's like, hey, you want to do something fun on that night that helps you get to sleep? And he's like, okay. And then she's like, okay. Then just grabs him and then pulls him into bed and they cuddle and he falls asleep.
Aw, cute.
I'm gonna lie,
Yeah, no,
I love where it's like, okay, so it's gonna be like, but no, it's wholesome. It's wholesome chungus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wholesome, for the most part. They get more and more into the whole what makes a vampire. The guy, obviously, because he has these issues and he's really weird, wants to become a vampire. Girl's like, yeah, maybe not.
Okay,
But,
so maybe I need to watch season 1 because I did see some gifs, when this came out. Well, not gifs, but posts and whatnot when this came out, and so maybe I will give this a shot.
Oh yeah, no, the one girl you see in the background there, she definitely will. If you like more of the MILF or big sister types, she will definitely push some buttons there. Hi, dog.
Oh no, in fairness, I'm also a big sis. Ooh, moo.
Okay.
Now then, with that being said, we have another anime that's rather hyped. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4. And I gotta say...
Why do you sound like Dio?
That is great, Erica. You expected Kata, but it was me,
You got
Dio.
Dio. Get Dio.
But anywho.
Erica,
What?
use your watermelon throw attack.
Watermelon thought. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
And wait, no.
Mm-hmm.
Cal is going to remove the background. No.
Okay, there you go. But anywho.
Oh. Okay.
But anywho, so Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it came to, I think, wait, was the, yeah, Season 2 was the Tortoise, season, right? That was considered to be the absolute worst and batshit lamest one.
I see.
I don't know how they rated. I mean, I've seen Shield Hero Season 1, and all in all, I liked it as a series. I just felt like they kind of ditched the conflict between the Shield Hero and the others way too soon. Because it was one of those things that made it unique and very driving, like it was him. It was really just him and his immediate companions against everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
when they resolved it, they resolved all that way too quickly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Nothing gets resolved that quickly.
yeah. Well, to be fair, I liked this anime, and honestly, I think it was season 2 that was the tortoise, arc that was considered to be the worst, the lamest, and whatnot. I will say that there is a bit of a convolutedness here and there, but the last season was pretty good. We also get that killer whale chick. And this season, it seems that we're going to be going to see why Rafteria wearing a Shinto shrine maiden outfit is a bad thing. And to be honest, I haven't read the manga, but I am, interested and excited. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a thing where she is, I guess you could say, a chosen one or something. Again, I don't know. I'm not the hugest, Shield Hero fan, but I am excited. So let's hope season 4 is going to be good, because I have seen a lot of people show absolute disrespect, saying that Shield Hero kind of, basically slid off, because of this or that. So, I mean, granted, it was mostly because of the tortoise arc, but anywho. Let us move on down to... What was this one called? I gotta look at it again.
Rascal doesn't dream of Santa or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like that?
Rascal doesn't dream of Santa Claus. Now, I've never seen Rascal doesn't dream of Bunny Girl, so I have no clue what this is, but from what I heard, it's some kind of like psychological thingy, and that's all I really know. Abyssal, do you have words, or?
I remember reading the manga a long time ago, and it goes into... Yeah, there's definitely some psychological, and there's some bit of the supernatural in there too. Like the whole bunny girl thing comes from the fact that when the male main character meets the female pictured there in the nice little blouse and skirt ensemble, not the Santa one, she is walking around a bookstore in a sexy bunny girl outfit, just trying to see if anyone actually can see her.
Oh, okay.
It's not that she's dead. It's not that she's a spirit or anything. It's just for some reason people don't see her or acknowledge her presence at all until she meets the main character.
Interesting.
Yes. One actually can see
Also,
her.
I bought these Japanese throat lozenges. They were on sale.
Also, welcome, Demon King. Sorry that I haven't seen you there. Hugs. But okay, so to those who are a fan of this, by all means, go check it out. Since no one has anything really, to say here, let's continue to...
I've definitely seen some clips of it, and the male MC, he's definitely unabashedly horny for that girl.
Well,
And she's just like, "You're a pervert," and he's like, "Only for you."
Nice, nice. Now here's something I have been hyped for.
Sorry, I just remembered the name of one of the villains from Eminence and Shadows is literally named Perv Asshat.
But anywho, here is the anime that I've been waiting for. I've read the manga, I'm caught up. Just like with Den, I've read the manga and am caught up. But Gacha Kucha. This is a very unique and interesting manga and soon to be anime. The art style is unique. The mangaka does a wonderful job with creating his characters and making his own art style stand out above the rest. And I am going to say this. I said this about Den, and I'm going to say this about, Gacha Kucha here. This has potential. This has potential of being the next big thing. I know that's a very tricky or iffy word, whatever you want to call it, but I think this has a chance at being the next big thing. Not the big three or anything, but something that fans are going to love because the main character. So, first off, this is an action, anime, of course. And our character, I'm not going to spoil too much. All you need to know is he gets in trouble. He gets yeeted into basically this canyon. And in this canyon, you're supposed to die. But it turns out, in this canyon, you go to basically this civilization of garbage. And there's creatures that I guess you could call them hollows, if you will, that look like garbage monsters, just these ugly, horrendous creatures. It looks pretty cool, by the way, and...
Oh, so he's sent to Grouchland.
God, Erica. Bad, Erica. Bad. But anywho...
Literally... Oh, Middle Oath.
But anywho. So the power is basically if you have this connection with this object, you can make it and turn it into something powerful and use it against your opponent. Where you see the main character sees all trash as something meaningful and useful, mind you. He sees it as trash because he was treated as trash, so people wasting things, it irks him, it annoys him. He sees that there's a value in a thrown out sofa, if you will. And because of that, he is able to turn it into something, badass and cool. Again, the art style, especially when it comes to, what the items turn into, looks so cool. The power system is unique. The abilities, the weapons are also just as
he's
unique.
A Contaminator.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that is.
Contaminator. It's a arcane class in Low Life.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, you manipulate the fundamental elements of rot, decay, and trash in order to breathe life into garbage.
Oh, and
or at least that's one of the abilities of a Contaminator.
Well, yes, and
usually you have to make a shell and then breathe life into it. It is incredibly dangerous, though, and usually has a possibility of causing everything to go wrong, and either the contaminatronic minion becomes sentient, or you just go insane. And
I see. Well, Either way, again, this anime has potential of being something amazing. Again, the art style is cool, the characters are unique, the story is interesting, the power system, the mangaka went out of their way to be more creative, if you will, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you check this out. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is going to be 12 episodes, if not 24. I hope it is 24, because this deserves, as much love as possible. Now, with that being said, we now have Sakumaru Days Season 2. And, okay, so I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen season 1, so if anyone here can share with the class, you know, what's up, by all means.
I mostly so basically the character. From what I understand, hold on. Actually, let me look it up.
Oh no, so I do know
So,
he is basically an ex-assassin. He wants to live a life, a normal, peaceful life with a family. He's now a dad.
mhm.
He's overweight. Basically, people want to, vibe check him. He's a spy. By the way, I forgot to say spy. And well, it's like Spy X Family,
Name:
but not Spy X
He's no
Family.
longer a professional hitman.
Hitman, that's what it was.
He became married. Yeah, basically became the owner of a humble convenience store. Unfortunately, the fortunately his old life is hard to shake off, and some crazy shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
So, Abyssal, you got anything you want to say here? Because
yeah.
again, I haven't really
Heard
seen
this.
this.
Well, I've heard of this one. I I have not actually watched it ever.
I've only seen clips of it.
Okay. In that case, let us continue with
Alright.
Dr. Stone. With
The Dr. Stoner guy.
God damn it. With Dr. Stone, Science Future Part 2. Again, not really my thing. I have a friend
All I
though.
know is there's this girl with a watermelon on her head.
Oh yeah,
Or watermelon helmet.
So about
I
that.
was
a
about to say,
twin
you are
friend
a
of
girl with a watermelon on
yeah.
your head, Erica.
Oh no, like it's a helmet. Or maybe
Yes,
it's just
yes.
hold on, actually.
Oh no!
No,
I
I don't think
have
it's a
watched season
hold on,
1
it
with my
might be
friends
just a
at
melon.
least,
Hold on.
and
No, it's an
she
apple, I
does
think.
have a melon on her head. The reason
Stone
is because
apple
basically she uses
head.
it to, pin tunnel vision her eyesight due to she
What?
needs glasses, and
Dr.
well, in one of the
Stone.
episodes she is
Okay, it's an
given
apple.
glasses.
It's an apple.
No, it is a watermelon.
Yeah.
Um.
But anywho, though, I know I only put this here because I know my friends, will
Suika.
be happy to hear this. But honestly, I am not really a huge fan. It's not really my shtick. However, though, to those
Yeah,
who are
Suika.
interested,
I
then
have a friend who really likes Suika.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
then here you go. So, does anyone have
Here they
anything
go.
to say? Like, Abyssal, you got words, or?
I actually really one of the I like Doctor Stone. It's a fairly good series. I mean, if it definitely falls into a lot of tropes, but at the same time, the plot moves along at a fairly decent speed. Things advance. We've all seen anime where things just drag and drag,
Oh my
or
god.
they go off on tangents, and you're just like, I don't know where the story's going anymore.
Go to the roots, the origins of anime. Like, they go to their roots a little too hard.
I mean, one example I can, think of is, mind you, I love Dragon Ball Z, but let's be real, guys. There were episodes that's like, seriously, you've been looking at each other for 10 whole fucking minutes for the past 2 episodes. Bro hands.
Oh yeah, Doctor Stone. They definitely story does move along, and
oh, I also know a little
yeah.
fun fact too about Dr. Stone. So, in the first season, or at least the first couple of episodes slash chapters, it's like, hey, this is how you can make blah blah blah. Well, they stopped doing that because kids were like, hey, I want to make blah blah blah. And, like, one of them was like a bomb, so it's like, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea to teach little Jimmy how to make a homemade bomb.
Well, I'd rather little Timmy learn the right way to make explosives than the wrong way. That's how we lose too many Timmys.
Yeah.
But no, the base. So, if anyone's not familiar with it, the basic premise behind the show is a weird energy pulse hits the planet and turns everyone to stone, and then they basically are preserved as like stone statues for thousands of years until effectively civilize all of the most of the remains of human civilization have literally crumbled to dust. So they're effectively, when they finally break free of the stone, as it were, they are effectively starting from scratch. There's not even like buildings or bridges or any of that stuff that should stick around for a while. They've been taking a long.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, the one character are there with the weird haircut. Let you try to figure out which one that is. He is definitely a man of science, and he's devoting himself not just to restoring as much of the old world as he can, but figuring out what caused the energy pulse that turned everyone to stone in the first place, and also kind of playing wingman so his best friend can hook up with the best friend's childhood friend.
Like,
So.
hell yeah, like a boss. Like, he respects the bro code.
Mm-hmm. He straight up, he is a real bro. One of the first things you see him doing in the series is being, doing wingman duties seriously.
Exactly. Like, get you a bro like this. But anywho, next up is, now what was this one called? Oh yeah, the Summer Hikaru Died. Now, I have no idea what this is, but I've seen this on the, anime to come in 2025. All I can tell you is that this is a psychological horror, anime where the main character, basically has his best friend, and apparently his best friend is acting very, very odd, and then, shenanigans ensues. Now, I know I kind of said it in a way that's kind of lame, but it just does seem like it does have some interesting psychological horror elements to it. So I highly recommend you go give it a looky-loo and, well, judge for yourself. I mean, do you two know about this, or...
No.
Bissell?
No,
Okay.
I have not heard.
Okay, well...
Also, with the that one character from Dr. Stone, I have not seen like the art and the characters for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure like the one friend of mine changed their profile picture, so I misremembered what exactly sort of fruit she had her helmet from.
It was
made her
matter.
helmet from.
But anywho, now next is the long-awaited, the one everyone was waiting for, Panting Stocking with Gotcha Belt, Season 2.
Yeah, that too.
And honestly, I'm hyped. Now, we're going to ignore some factors, mostly the Western stuff. We're not going to bring up anything like that. But other than that, I'm interested. Now, what about you? Like,
hopefully, it actually does pick up from where the 2010 series left off.
Yeah, because how they just ended it, it just left us in a void of,
This has been in, like, development limbo for a long time. Because Gainax was like, yeah, no, we are not making another series like this. And we're just gonna stick to adapting, other things.
I mean, this was
like,
not only
established properties.
And
then when Studio Trigger was formed and they were like, hey, can we have the rights to Panty and Stocking? Gainax was like, no.
No, it's mine. It's like that
literally,
asshole with...
all of us...
It's like that asshole with Firefly, It's like, you're not doing anything. Can I name this fictional character Firefly? No, you can't. Because...
Honestly,
and then like,
makes you
Gainax
hate the whole copyright system.
like, oh, Hideaki Anno, can you please give us more money? And it's like, actually, yeah, I was planning on buying the IP rights from, for Gunbuster, FLCL, and Nadia's Secret of Blue Waters from you. And they're like, okay, can you give us double the amount? Why? We kind of sold those IP rights.
Yeah, so it's just one shenanigan
And
after
Anno's like,
another shenanigan.
what? Also, then why? Where's the other money that I gave you? It's like, oh my gosh, Gynex, you.
Gynex, you made a lot of... But no. So, basically, for those who don't know, this is South Park, the anime, basically. This...
It's more an homage to Western anime, and a very common trope in anime. Whenever the characters go to America or have an American character, they're usually very loud, very outgoing, and also are often use more casual language. Like, I think in Magical Shopping Arcade Abenobashi, when they're in the, I assume, Hollywood shopping version of the shopping arcade, one of the characters dressed as Elvis just says "fuck" in like as every other word. Hey, do you want a fucking hot dog? Fuck. Hey, I'm gonna give you these, and also put a fuck ton of ketchup and a fuck ton of mustard on this. How do you fucking like that? Huh? Have a fucking good day.
Yeah, this anime is not for the faint of heart. It's hilarious, it's fun, it's batshit insane. It just when you watch it, just enjoy
And also,
the ride.
it definitely takes in it's definitely, you can definitely tell that. Shit, I forget. The guy who did most of the art directing for this anime also made Dead Leaves, which has a very similar art style.
Hey, yeah, it does. Abysso, you got some words?
I saw the original when it came out a long time ago, and
It was
it
the
is
first
a
anime.
wild ride.
It was the first anime ever that I followed, not the development, but kind of the development of, and I watched it on those like fan subsites, and then when the official distribution of it, I bought it. Came out, I bought it. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Though I thought, okay, I read somewhere that there was a uncensored version of the Scanty and knee socks scene from, I think, episode 11.
I think that was just a internet tale. You know, like
Yeah.
the whole naked Lara Croft thing.
Okay.
Like, this is how you can get naked Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. You know, the cheat or
You
password.
first have to play it on the PC, and then you press Alt F4.
We're not supposed to disclose that code. They're coming for us now.
And Erica is the one you wanted to make sure that I put in, or you were going to whack me.
I wasn't gonna whack you, but I was gonna be very disappointed in you. Alright,
He was actually gonna whack Kala.
Alright, hold on, let me bring it up.
I just want to say, I enjoyed this anime, and I just want to say massive props on the character design.
It is Tensei Shitara Dainana Ochi da Nore Kimama ni Kojusu wo Kiwameme Masu, second season, or the second season of I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the very, very rare Shota anime where the main character is a male, a boy, with a small, petite body type. It is very rare because normally you see like anime with lolis and stuff,
Hmm.
those sorts of characters be made. You seldom get something with like a Shota series.
Yes,
So this is
yes.
a very big deal, and the fact that it has a second season is awesome.
And I know a lot of
So, yeah,
and I know a lot of MILFs and big sisters out there are going to really appreciate this.
I know someone who is gonna be very happy that this got a second season. hmm So essentially, I think it was like some low tier like mage dies and is reincarnated as the seventh son of this kingdom. And as soon as he wakes up, he decides to cast a spell, and turns out he has incredibly powerful magic that he essentially suppresses. He purposely uses low tier magic in public.
Mhm.
So just so people are not like, oh my gosh, you should join the war effort. You would be an amazing asset because it's like, I don't want to fight in a war that'll take time away from me studying magic.
Yeah, there you go.
He does like so many things. He literally bullies a all-powerful demon into submission because he's like, "Oh, you can regenerate your body? Okay, let's see how much you can take." And just like it's like, "Oh, please stop this. I will be your servant." And it's like, "Okay." And then he actually finds another demon and does the exact same thing, and then he finds out, oh, so you're not actually immortal. It's just you have such an incredible healing ability that it makes you seem immortal. But there's a limit to it, to how much damage you can take. And it's just really, it's just like, yeah. He's just like, I want to learn all about the magic, about every magic, because he meets like a chi wielding like martial artist, and he's like, oh, I want to learn about chi and like or ki or whatever it's called, like monk like martial arts magic. And then he essentially uses the magic, that sort of magic, and creates like a powerful like disc spell. Just cuts through anything. Just yeah.
Now, Abyssal, say anything you want to
Mhm.
say?
Yeah.
I saw this one, and yeah, well, I saw clips from this one, and it's just not up my alley. I'm gonna say, I mean,
That's
a
because
lot
you're
of
not
the
into Shota.
this is true, yes, but still, I mean, a lot of the isekai with overpowered protagonists, in some ways, or excessively long names, are kind of played out in this day and age.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
see. Well, basically, my opinions are kind of the same as Erica's.
Actually, I
I
don't think it's technically an isekai because he's not reincarnated into another world. He's just
true,
reincarnated in general.
and I again love just how
It's like
cute he
that one
is.
anime about the guy who gets reincarnated as his love interest's dog.
No, 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 no.
I'm not going into detail about it.
That and Beko Neko, Bihi Nick, the one with the cat and the elf. Listen,
Oh wait, there's also shit, I forget what it's called. Basically, a a pop idol gets murdered by her stalker, and she gets reincarnated. And hold on, shit, what is that?
well, anywho,
No, it's not
before.
Boku no Pico. It's shit. It has the one. There's that one GIF of the two babies like dancing with
Oh,
like
I know what you're talking
glow
about.
sticks.
Yeah, glow sticks. I know what you're talking about, but it's been a minute.
Oshinoko. Hold on. Oshinoko. Yeah, Oshinoko. Yeah.
Well, anywho, I decided to
Oh,
put
okay.
this on simply because, well, this already has some, I guess you could say, controversy,
The
controversy, what do you want to call
yeah,
it. But it's
it's the
basically
he paid how
ranked.
much for escorts? The anime.
Oh
but it's
God, I
ranked.
feel so like seriously. I want to smack this guy take this guy out for drinks and smack him upside the head.
Yes, and
Like seriously.
if I'm not mistaken, again, I could be. By all means, please educate me. But I think the mangaka, likes the main female, and he doesn't want his own male main female character to hook up with the male. It's a weird. I hope to God it's just a
Eh,
fake.
eh. What I hope, what honestly, the way I hope this plays out is there's like two more chapters, and the girl realizes how good this guy actually was for her. But he already has moved on to another girl and doesn't want anything to do with her
Oh,
after spending enough money to buy a decent sized house on this. Oh God!
yeah.
Ju-
No, I hope that is the case. I hope the next, chapter, he's like, okay, fine. He's disappointed. He's sad, but finds a girl's like, hey, listen, you can't date a female like this for obvious reasons. Let me show you
Mhm.
how a proper female, is.
Seriously, there's air. You could buy actual planes for less money than he spent on this girl. Planes, that go up in the air and fly around. Yeah, no, actual planes, less
Mm-hmm.
money.
And then all the and oh, sorry, spoiler alert, I guess, but it's basically I see you as a friend, aka I don't want to quit my job. I can't say the word on YouTube, but let's just say
As an escort. You can just say escort service.
escort service. Or,
Hmm.
as old England would say, she's a castle whose drawbridge never closes.
Lady of the
Indeed.
night.
The price is always right.
But anywho,
Da, da.
let's go to something that I think might have a chance, maybe not being the next big thing or anything like that, but it's called Apocalypse Bringer, Menagra, I believe it's called World Conquest Starts. It rolls right off the tongue. But the trailer
Hmm.
looks absolutely amazing. It looks awesome as hell. There's action, and it's got my attention. It has my attention.
Secret of the Witch.
So
Oh wait.
now, actually, wait.
Apocalypse.
Hold on. Let
Hmm.
me check something out real quick. Is this the one?
Takuro Ira succumbed to illness at young age, ended up reincarnating in world that resemble fantasy turn strategy game Eternal Nation. Not only he reincarnate in favorite game, but as god, command evil civilization, Minogora, with Minogora hero unit, Slud. What the fuck?
Yeah, it seems like it might have
What?
promise. But this one right here
Sled
is what.
with a tool by his side, even legendary difficult race trait will stand in way of restarting civilization.
Yeah, but this one
Oh.
right
Oh,
here
so
is
is it
what.
kind of like a bureaucrat to businessman? Dad has been reincarnated?
Hmm. But this right here is what has my attention the most. Turgen Enki, I believe this. I am pretty sure I said it wrong. I do
Hold
apologize.
on, let me
But
look.
basically, it's
What that is. What
individuals
is
with Momotaro and Oni blood coursing through their veins maintain a long-standing rivalry. The Oni are careless, rash, and disorderly, while the Momotaro protect the human world from the uncontrollable Oni. And that's just a bit of it, but this looks awesome. The art style looks awesome. The characters. And not just that, but as you can see, Momotaro and, Oni, just in case you don't know, that's Peach Boy. Peach Boy, yeah, Peach Boy Momotaro. And to kind of see it, getting something like this where it's like a descendant or whatever, this it looks awesome. This action basically involves, there's blood, you know. But if you have this, blood inside you, you can, have these awesome epic power. It has my interest. I hope this is going to be good, and I hope that, people. What first? I hope that's good because then it's like, okay, can we get a second season?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of this?
I have not.
Alright.
No, this is my first time hearing about it.
Okay.
The
Now,
speed of
this right
light.
here, I know it's gonna be up my alley because this, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know, um, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Season 2, Part 2. Now, for those who don't know, this is again just like with Gachiakucha. The art style is unique. It separates itself from the other art styles of anime that it kind of just looks like the other guys, if you will. But this has again the creator has their own art style. I know I kept saying that 100 times, but anywho,
Character design style.
yeah, there you go. But
I
anywho,
like the one guy who made Mejo and Kite.
mm-hmm.
Kite.
But anywho, so basically, Toilet Bound Hanako Kan is about this dude, and fun fact for you, he's based on the yokai who is a female, mind you, in the story, Hanako-san, who is this girl who was toilet bound. There's different stories, how
So
she
it's not
came
the
to
hand
be.
that grows out of the toilet and it's like, hey,
No,
can I
no,
have
no,
some
no,
toilet paper?
no.
Yeah. So the story of Hanako-san is it's less yokai and more of a ghost story. Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
yeah.
think yokai just encompasses ghosts, monsters, and spirits.
But anywho.
Yeah.
So
It's like a
basically,
catch-all term.
there's the school. There's a
Go into
lot
the
of ghost
bathroom,
stories, and
you
there's like
run out of toilet
7
paper,
head
someone
honchos.
knocks.
Hanako-san here is a part of them, and
Oh,
the
wait, never mind.
story
Wrong one.
again is very, very unique. It's interesting, and not just that, but even though there is action, it's also very slice of life and wholesome, and it's again it's just a good experience. It's got slice of life elements. It has mystery, especially with who is Hanako here. And not only that, but also the main character who's a female. She is cursed by the mermaid, where if she touches water, she becomes a fish, and well, shenanigans
Help,
ensues.
I am a fish.
And yeah, other than that, I highly recommend you guys check this out. Now, I assume you two haven't heard of this anime.
I think I am aware of it. Just looked like I probably mistook it for a different anime revolving around toilets. Basically, I thought it was an adaptation of this one manga that I occasionally see in the used media stores that I often go to. Basically, it's about an adventurer who goes to dungeons specifically for the purpose of reviewing their he reviews their toilets, or he is like has chronic like IBS basically.
Oh, also, just sort of an
I love
idea.
how Japan can make these stories
It's
just.
an isekai hero, but he has chronic IBS, and it's like, The real reason he defeats the villain so fast is because he needs to go to the bathroom. That's like the fucking Indiana Jones scene.
Mhm. But Abyssal, you were about to say words?
No.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
But oh, just one out there. Apparently, that vending machine isekai anime is getting a season 2 as well. I don't
Yep.
know if anyone's interested, but there's that as well as like I forgot the other one. But anywho, moving right along though, ladies and gentlemen, we then have. Let's see. This anime was called. Let me. Hold on.
I just need to step away for a second, ladies. My
Oh,
wife is calling. So
okay. We'll cover then. Oh yeah, that's right. This is Hell Teacher Noob, basically, or Jigoku Sensei Noob. Now, this, if I recall correctly, is a remaster, whatever, because it did have an anime way back when, but just like with Dorohedoro and Dororo, and I think there's another one too. It's getting, like this revamp. I don't know what the word is called. Like, is it a remaster where they're just doing the anime again, but it's like more upgraded art style? Erica?
Hmm?
But yes, so anyway, a number of, inexplicable phenomena have been plaguing the town of, Domoi. In order to protect the town's children, a new homeroom teacher known as Noob arrives in, normally gentle. Basically, he's like an exorcist, and also, there's, there's yokai, and one yokai in particular. I really hope that it's going to be in this season, but it's called the Nobutori, I believe, or Nutori. Basically, it's
Nebutori?
yes. It's the one that is basically a female goes to sleep and it inflates her. And
It makes her really obese.
yes.
Essentially, it's a yokai that causes women to overeat, sleep, and get fat. Essentially.
And I hope that gets animated. For all the wholesome reasons. But, like I said though, it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. I know a lot of people have hyped it up too, because, apparently this is something that, fans, love and want back. But other than that, have you heard of this, or have you seen this, Erica?
Seen what? No, this is the first time hearing about it.
Okay. Well then, in that case, let us continue. Well, we'll ask Abyssal when he gets back, though.
Okay.
Yes, now, next up is... What was this one called again? This was... Okay, what was it called? Wait, wasn't this a suggestion you had? Or was it a suggestion that I had? Oh, right. Oh, yes, it is a suggestion that you had, and yet you didn't say anything, Erica. Erica, look.
Sorry, I was looking at something. Okay, Bad Girl.
Yes.
So
the one that you
this is
wanted me
another
to
one.
also put in.
So this is one of the other. This is the other one of the new seasonal anime that's going to be on High Dive. It is. Let me bring it up on. Okay, let me just get to the. There we go. Okay, so it's a slice of life anime. I do believe it's I think it's a comedy. It's adapted from a 4-coma. Anyway, so Tani, a first-year high school student with sharp eyes, large piercings, and flashy two-tone hair, is not a well-known bad girl. Is who everyone makes way for. She's actually a very good girl at heart, and her mind is all full of thoughts of the schools of Tori Mizutori. Hold on, let me actually look this up on Wikipedia. Is it? I think. Hold on. Basically, there is a delinquent girl who is nice at heart, and there is an honor roll student, and then the honor roll student essentially decides to be a bad girl, like the delinquent girl. Hold on, let me actually bad girl Wikipedia. There we go. Okay.
It kind of reminds me of, Shukunoko, where, you had the main character be a delinquent, and,
Yeah.
So, this still seems pretty interesting. I'm going to assume this is something you would want us to watch together, or...
Yeah, I would watch it together with you.
Ah, nice. But, anything else?
It looks incredibly interesting, and I
The art style looks nice.
Yeah, and I enjoy Sukeban.
Oh, Abyssa, you're back.
Yes.
Have you heard of, Hell Teacher Noob?
Hell Teacher Nube? Yeah, I have heard of it.
Ah,
Yeah,
alright.
it's been a while, though.
So, well, it's getting I think it's a remaster, and like I said, there's one scene in particular I hope that they will have, and that is with the Nobutori. But other than that, though, I've never watched it before, and I will give it a watch. So, yeah. Anywho. So, we're going to move, boop. Now, we're gonna finish this entire shindig with a joke. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen...
Oh, they made an anime adaptation of that one video game where you play as a cat.
Oh, no, and I know what you're talking about, it's called Stray. But oh no, will you see, in a world... In a world where there is an apocalypse, you have zombies, androids, and other things that will be absolutely horrifying. But not with this, because in Night of the Living Cats, if you get scratched by a cat, you will get cat scratch fever and become one of these felines. This is comedy at its peak, and I'm always amazed with what mangakas can create, you know? Because you got things that's kind of, I guess you could say, basic idea, the idea that everybody knows about with this or that. But then you have an idea like this, where it's like, the mangaka looked in the mirror and said, yep, this is what I am going to make. You know, I'm going to make an apocalyptic, manga. Not about zombies, not about demons, not about androids, insects, whatever. No. I am going to make a manga where if you get scratched by a little kitty cat, just a little meow meow, you will become a fellow cat. And you will do cat things, like scratch stuff, scratch expensive furniture, and, chase boys, and also lick your butt, like a cat.
Okay.
But that's what cats do,
I
Erica.
don't know how to. Cats do a lot of things.
Yeah. Like there was this one cat we
Yes, like
had
take a
that
nap.
actually knew how to open a door. Like it would literally like stand on his hind legs and grab at the doorknob and like move it with like both of his paws. It only worked on doors that closed, like he could open also with his like weight
Mhm.
pressing on it against it.
Mhm.
So like heavier doors or doors that open like inwards rather than outwards, he couldn't really open those.
See. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, there's still plenty of other, anime out there. So by all means,
Yeah.
check your anime list to see if there's a season.
Mhm.
Check your other trailers. But
If you like what you saw, then hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you don't like anything, then you have so much other anime that you can watch, so you don't have to worry about, like, oh my gosh, there's nothing to watch.
mhm.
Because there's everything. There's always something you
So
can watch.
it looks like this season of anime is gonna be pretty filling. Like we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of anime to go through, to watch, to enjoy, and I look forward especially to Dandadan, where once it comes out, I will be doing reviews of the episode to kind of basically comparing it to the manga, seeing what changed, what they added, etc. But I mean, hell, I might also talk about the other manga slash anime like Kaiju number 8, and any other that might catch my fancy, especially Gacha Kuta. Again, that has a chance to be the next big thing. But other than that, though, is there anything you both want to add to the conversation?
Not really.
No conclusion. Alright, Abyssal. Abyssal?
This season's. Hello? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes,
Can you
yes,
guys hear
yes.
me?
Sorry, I didn't know if you
Okay,
heard
yeah.
me.
Oh, yes, I heard you.
Mm.
I was just saying, this series is a little interesting, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's not anything that really screams out to me. There's a few things that I'm probably going to end up watching, but, the lack of giant robots is disturbing.
Oh yeah.
I kind of figured you would find that, offensive. Like, seriously, where's the giant robots? I mean, granted, if you want to get in technicality, there's the vending machine, which is a robot in a sense. Yes, I know it's not a Gundam, but, you gotta take the win somehow. But, with that being said and done,
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming here and enjoying our podcast. Please follow me, Abyssal, and Erica on all our platforms such as Twitch and Twitter, also Blue Sky. And
And
remember,
YouTube.
oh yes, and YouTube, which, here we are. And remember to always enjoy what you love. Be passionate.
And if someone says that what you like is stupid, fuck them.
Exactly.
Hopefully not literally, but,
Yeah,
whatever
it
works.
is metaphor. It's metaphorical.
Alright, well, so long.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. Until we meet again.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to say bye?
Farewell. Farewell.